Hey everyone, today we're going to make some really pretty and I know my gingerbread man one is kind of plain, but you can add whatever you'd like. I'm going to start off by taking a piece of cardstock because I'm going to teach you guys how to make a template yourself. And you're going to draw half a heart where, on one side of the fold. And you're going to make sure it's really dark with pencil. And this is going to be our smallest heart, but you can make them any size that you want. I really didn't measure or anything. Then you're going to fold it again once you've darkened it a lot, and you're going to take some type of object and scratch it. I used the handle of my silicone spatula, and see it transfers to the other side, and then you just make it dark enough to where you can see it when you're cutting. And now I'm trying to kind of get rid of the crease a little bit, but yeah. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut out my template. I'll try to remember to link the measurements of these hearts. I wasn't even thinking. And now I'm not even near my hearts while I'm doing this voiceover, but I promise I'll do my best to remember to put the measurements in the description box. Okay, now we're going to use this template to trace on a piece of cereal box. And then I'm going to cut that out. And then taking some stiff white felt, I'm going to glue this cardboard heart to the stiff white felt using my Fabri-Tac glue. You could use hot glue as well, but I prefer the Fabri-Tac. And I'm leaving enough room around the edges so I can decorate it, because we're going to be applying some pearl trim to the edges, and that's how we're going to do so. Now I'm taking some white apple barrel paint, and I tried to let the glue dry at least a little because I didn't want the heart to get too like flimsy or wet, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to add about 2 coats of this paint to my heart, and it's okay if a little bit gets onto the felt, but you don't have to paint the felt, just the heart. And I probably could have done this first, but I don't know. It seems like it doesn't curl up as much doing it this way. And then I'm just going to hair dry it. That way maybe it will dry quicker. Then I'm going to add my second coat. And this is just so that way when you put your glitter, the brown cardboard won't peek through if there's any like teeny weeny bald spots or anything. But yeah, this helps a lot with that. Or if you have like cardboard that's already white, that would even work. I did not, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Anyways, now I have these really cute little gingerbread men wooden cutouts from the Dollar Tree. And I had this classic caramel color by Apple Barrel, and it's the multi-surface one. And I thought this made the perfect gingerbread color. Like, look at that. Isn't that like a good gingerbread color? And that just happened to be in my stash. That was just a coincidence. But it's perfect. I love it. And if you wanted them a little bit darker than this, you can also like maybe mix in some like maybe some brown paint. But honestly, I like this just as is. I thought this was adorable. And there's all different ways to decorate these, I can imagine, like maybe with gold glitter or with a brown glitter of some kind. But I added about 2 coats to this, maybe 3 at the most. I don't remember. It'll show though. And you don't have to go around the edges the way I was, the very edge, because honestly it didn't even really like show that. It wasn't noticeable that I did it. I guess because it's so dark. The edges are. Look at that. I love this color for gingerbread man. And now we're going to take triple thick and we're going to go back to our heart while our little gingerbread men are drying. And I'm going to put a generous amount of the triple thick because we really want a good amount to hold our glitter. I mean, you don't want it too thick, but you also don't want it super thin either. Sorry about that noise. Our neighbors have a very noisy truck. I'm not sure why it's that loud when it starts, but it's loud. Yeah, just dabbing it on with the small little brush. Not really trying to get it on the stiff felt, but if it does happen to get on there a little bit, it's not going to hurt it. It'll just stiffen it a bit more, which wouldn't hurt. Okay. So now I'm going to take my Snowy Surprise glitter from Walmart, and it has all these different grits mixed together. So beautiful. And I'm going to put a generous amount of that and then some diamond dust, glass glitter. Then taking a popsicle stick and just patting that down. And that'll ensure that none of the glitter is going to stick up or, you know, and it also presses it into the triple thick. And then I'm just going to tip it over a few times. And then just dusting off the edges. I know I could wait for this to dry to do this, but it's not hurting anything. Okay, now that my heart is dry, I'm going to take some Fabri-Tac glue and this gold pearl trim, and I believe it's a 4mm pearl trim, and I'm just going to adhere it to the edges of my heart, but onto the felt, actually. But it looks like it's the edge of the heart. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I think I do wind up zooming in pretty soon because I realize that it's like maybe a bit too far. I really love this pearl trim. So pretty. I just felt like the gold would kind of go with the gingerbread man. That's the reason why I'm using this color. But you can go in with any color that you want. White or, I don't know, silver. It's so cute. The little heart. I feel like these could be made into so many things. You could even leave this as is, just like this with the pearl trim and the glitter, and then you could just hang it up on your tree. That would still be pretty. Or put it on a journal, maybe. Glue it on the front of a journal. I used to do altered journals. I'll have to do that someday on my channel whenever I get more like paper and, you know, just different things to make a journal pretty. But I used to always make them and I miss it sometimes. Anyways, now I'm going to show you guys, well, first I'm going to glue the gingerbread man onto my heart right in the middle. And I know he doesn't have a face or anything yet, but I'm just going to wait till I get him on here, which was actually a big mistake. For future reference, if I were you guys, I would do that first and let it dry. And then I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like excited, I guess. But yeah, now I'm going to take some white apple barrel paint and a skinny brush. And you could also use puffy paint if you have it in this color. I didn't, so I just worked with what I had, and look how cute. And this was cheaper than Puffy paint anyway, so why not do it cheap, right? Then taking some red paint by Waverly called Crimson, and I'm going to make little buttons, and I'm so sorry I'm out of frame, but I moved it up and I just showed you guys what I did. I just put little dots going down. And you could do this in green as well. I think it would look cute in both colors. And I did have some black Puffy paint for the eyes and the mouth, and I did mess up badly on his eyes. Look how big they are. He was still cute, but no, I didn't like that. So I had another one made up sitting aside. So I took that one off before the glue dried, and I'm going to glue this one on. And his little eyes and mouth was not dry yet when I did this. I should have let it dry, like I said before. But yeah. Well, see, it would have been fine, but then I decided to put on this rhinestone chain inside of the pearl trim. And I did wind up accidentally touching my gingerbread man's face, and I smeared it, and I had to redo it again, that part. So you guys get to see my mistakes so you know what not to do. But yeah, so if I were you guys, like I said, I would just pre-make the gingerbread men ahead of time, let them dry, and then you can go ahead and glue them onto your hearts, unless you trust yourselves. I mean, I messed up, so I'm just letting you guys know for future reference, it's probably better to do it ahead of time. But you're about to see where I messed up. It wasn't yet. Oh, see, I almost did it right there. Almost. Yep, see, there it is without the gingerbread man on it. So yeah, I smudged it, and I decided I'm just going to take it off, redo it, and just set it aside. See, if I had done this part first, it would have been completely fine to go ahead and put the gingerbread man on and then do his face and let the whole thing just dry, set it aside. But impatient me, I just had to do it all like that and out of order. But it came out good at the end. I guess I just get so excited and carried away when I'm crafting. It's hard to, you know, be patient. I should be patient, but it's just so hard because it's so fun to craft. I'm sure you guys know how I feel about that. And I'm just playing with the trim till it looks right, pushing the pearls and the rhinestones together, because I didn't want it to have like a huge gap or anything. Look at how beautiful that sparkle is. Really loving it. Okay, see, if I were to have done the rhinestones first and then the gingerbread man, it would have been fine. Even if I had went ahead and glued him on first and did the face and all that, and then mouth and, you know, the icing and the buttons, it would have been just fine as long as if I did that first. But yeah, at least I was able to fix him. If I'm not mistaken, I was able to wipe the face off because it had not dried yet. And I just redid it. Look how cute. Okay, now that it's dry, I think I let it dry for maybe overnight or a few hours. I can't remember, but just make sure it's all dry before you cut the excess stiff felt, and you'll be good to go. And I'm using precision scissors for this because it's really good to be able to get underneath the trim just a little bit and to be able to get, you know, in the little grooves, and it's really pretty. Look at that, how cute. Just a little idea, I wanted to write Merry Christmas on the top. I wanted to put Merry on one side of the heart and Christmas on the other side, but I didn't have the stuff to do that. But You know what? It's cute even just plain like it is. I think this would be cute hanging even in a kitchen because it has a gingerbread man on it. Now taking a glue-on bale, and I'm so sorry, I have no idea what size these are, and I don't have the tool to measure it, but they're really tiny, like you can see how teeny tiny they are. If you just go on eBay or Amazon and type in glue-on bales, I'm pretty sure even a size up from this would be perfect too. Okay, so now we're going to work on another one, and see, I showed you the different size. It's a little bit bigger. And I just did the same thing. I took a piece of cardstock and drew half the heart. Well, I folded it, drew half the heart, folded it back over, scratched it so it would transfer, and then I cut it out. So I did all the same things. And like I said, I'm going to try to put the measurements of these hearts in the description box so you know how large to make them. But yeah. And I'm just doing the same exact thing, and this time I'm going to paint the heart with a pool, and it's Waverly paint. Sorry about the lighting right there, I was trying to fix it. But yeah, it's just a very light blue. It's so pretty. I love this blue. It's so light that it almost appears white on camera as I'm painting. But I just thought it was gorgeous. It's just because I'm going for like a very snowy evening type look. Like a snowy evening. Be really pretty. And I'm doing 2 coats of this paint as well, just like I did with the other. And then once that's dry, I'm going to take my triple thick and I'm going to do the same as with the other one, just put like a generous layer of it. Just trying to evenly distribute it before I spread it. I love triple thick. It's so pretty. It's good for different things. It's good as a sealer. It's good to apply glitter. And actually, I did not mean to use Winterfest here. I mean, it's still gorgeous, don't get me wrong. But what I meant to do was use my Snowy Surprise, because what I wanted was for the light blue, really light blue, to show. And this kind of made it more like royal blue, but it's still gorgeous. I'm not going to complain whatsoever. But I went ahead and added my Snowy Surprise as well. And I think I went in with glass glitter too. And I just did the same thing. I just kind of flipped it over a couple times, or tipped it over. And then just kind of cleaning up the edges. But it's still pretty. I still love that color. And then I allowed that to dry, and now I'm going to take my white pearl trim from Hobby Lobby and my Fabri-Tac glue. And we're going to do the same exact thing as we did with the other heart. Just going on the edge of the heart, but on the felt. This is a good way to add the trim to the heart. So pretty, isn't it? That white with that blue. I love that. Honestly, you know what? I'm kind of glad I wound up using the wrong glitter, because it's still gorgeous. And it still kind of peeks through the baby blue color. And it still looks very wintry. And very snowy. And see here, I tried to zoom in a little bit more. I'm trying to make it to where you guys can see what I'm doing, and I apologize if I'm ever out of frame or if I'm going too fast. I'm trying really hard to make things better for you guys, and I really want you guys to love my channel and to love my crafting and my ideas. It's so much fun. I do love to do rustic stuff too, you guys, and I plan on doing some more rustic DIYs on here. I mean, more rustic crafts like Christmas ornaments, even just home decor for any time of year. Spring, fall, which I did do some fall, but I don't know. Now I'm into Christmas, so probably do some rustic Christmas decor. It'd be fun. See, I'm thinking about doing some signs here pretty soon, probably for my next video or the video after. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I got these really cute window clings from Walmart, and they were only $1, so they're very affordable. And then I got some Dollar Tree signs from, you know, the little wooden signs. And I was thinking of, you know, doing something with that and making like a wall decor hanging. But yeah. Now I'm adding the rhinestone chain on the inside of the pearl trim, just as I did on the other. So pretty. And since I have room on this heart, because it's larger, I'm going to wind up adding another row of the whites on the inside of the rhinestone chain. It's going to be really pretty. Watch this. It's going to be like very layered. Of course, not until I'm finished with the rhinestones. Then I will do the other layers. I absolutely love this rhinestone chain. It's pretty for so many things. And I got this on Amazon, I believe. Like 10 yards of it. I forgot how much it was, but it wasn't super expensive. But yeah, now I'm just kind of squeezing the pearls and the rhinestone chain together. Just making sure there's no gaps. Okay, now I'm going to be extra, and I'm going to put another row of the white pearl trim, just like I was saying. Look how beautiful. When they're layered like that, that just looks so pretty. Look. Imagine this like a teeny tiny version of it being like a necklace. But of course, it would have to be a super small version of this. This would even be pretty just to decorate, like with flowers or something. Or put somebody's name on the inside. There's so many things you can do. Oh, you know what? Maybe that'll be one of our next ornaments. Something similar to this, and then put initials inside the heart, or like a name. Like my name is Amanda. I go by Mandy a lot, but you know, some people still call me Amanda. But I might make one with my name inside someday or something. I wonder if we could make these for the guys too. Sure we can. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Now we're going to let that dry, and when we come back, we're going to decorate it. Of course, it's going to happen in no time because, yeah. Anyways, I got these little mini red truck ornaments from the Dollar Tree, and they came 4 to a package. And I'm going to use one of these, and I'm removing the wire, but you don't want to remove the parts that are holding the tree onto the truck. I just squeezed it down with some flat nose pliers on that part so it doesn't poke anyone. And I'm just cutting off some of it, not all of it. And see how cute that's going to look on here? And I added some Puffy mounting tape, or foam tape, I mean. And I did that so that way it will be kind of 3D and sit straight. And I accidentally did that off camera, I apologize, but I added layers. I layered it 2 times basically, one on top of the other. And I did it in 2 spots. I'm sure you were able to see that, but yes. Anyways, now that it's dry, we can go ahead and cut out our heart. Look at this. I hope you guys are enjoying my tutorials. I'm doing my very best on the quality and on everything. I really am. And just trimming off any parts that I might have missed. Look how beautiful. And I had these little like silver glittery stems, and I wasn't sure where I was going with this at first. I just started sticking them here and there. See, I'm just seeing what it would look like if I did that, and then I realized when I put them straight like that, they look like trees in the background. Look at that, like little Christmas trees that are in the background while the truck is driving. So then I decided I'm going to make them look like little trees in the background. I did not expect it, you know, to turn into that when I started messing around with this, but that just goes to show that our minds, you know, can take us places, and we can realize things just by messing with stuff. Just by messing with art supplies, we realize what we can create. And then with the same Fabri-Tac glue, really good stuff. I highly recommend this glue. And I'm just gluing them on. Kind of tucked behind the truck because I want it to look like the truck is driving past them on a snowy winter night or evening. And that's exactly what that looks like to me. Look at that. And I like how I made some shorter than others. Look how pretty. I really love that. That is so gorgeous. And now taking another one of those little mini glue-on bales. See, you can see how tiny they are. It's literally smaller than my finger. I'm not sure how big that is. If I'm guessing, probably like a 2mm, 3mm. I'm not sure. But just go on not Michael's. Go on Amazon or eBay and type in glue-on bales and a bunch will pop up. See, this one probably would need a larger one, but I didn't have larger ones, so I went ahead and just used the smaller one, but it worked out perfectly either way. And then I still had this cord that I've been using on a lot of my other ornaments, and I decided a red one to match the truck because there's already a lot of blue and white going on, so I decided red. And you may want to make it a little longer than I did just so you have more room to tie your knot. I still did it. I still made it work, but it was a little complicated because of how short it was. See, I had to start all over. And I zoomed in so you guys could see what I'm doing. And turned the light on my phone on. And see, I made it work eventually, but I would have had a lot less trouble if I would have made the string a bit longer. You can also use like baker's twine. That would have looked pretty as well. Or ribbon. Now I'm going to do the same with our cute little gingerbread ornament. And I used white for this one because it matches the background of the heart or the icing. I don't know. I could have used probably any of those. And I think I did make this one a little bit longer this time. I don't remember if I actually did. It looks like it might be a little longer. Yeah, because I was able to use 2 fingers, see? It's much easier that way. But this cord is very strong. I found this in the jewelry making section at Walmart, and it's very strong. And that's about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. God bless you all and have a happy, happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.